So I have now gone and I have converted all of the necessary data to the positive negative scale, and you see here we had numbers actually to come out negative where some of the others subtraction 4 didn't do it, but in fact it is working. Taking 4 off is converting some things in negative as necessary. So now in the theory of planned behavior, one of the things we said is that we're always multiplying, right? So we're always multiplying. If I go over here, oops, we're always multiplying the score on a belief evaluation by the score here, which is belief strength. And if I were to rename this one, if I wanted to, I could name it BS1 for belief strength 1, and I could rename this one BS2, and you can do that or not. BS3, I'm going to do it here just for the sake of, as I'm showing you how things relate to each other. But if you're afraid and you're to forget what you have, again, I go back to my Word document. I have here the list of what every item is and by a code. So I sort of have a master sheet I can always return back to. And you might just have a hard copy of your survey you want to look at, or maybe something you've done otherwise. Sort of note this. So let's go back to the data again. So there we are. Now I need to multiply. So I need to multiply BE1 times BE4. Right, that's what we talked about when we did the lecture on TPB. So for instance, this 3 for BE1 needs to be multiplied by this 6 on BS1, right, for that individual. And then for the second individual, the score of BE1 needs to be multiplied by the score on BS1. So doing all that, again, Excel's going to do that for us. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to scroll over, and here are my last 3 questions, and those are about intention, how likely people to engage in a behavior. I'm not going to deal with that right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to insert a column. Actually, I'm going to end up inserting a bunch of columns. So I'm going to highlight over a few spaces to insert, create a bunch of columns, right? And so when we multiply belief evaluation by belief strength, we get an attitude. So it's going to be a space for attitude 1, space for attitude 2, space for attitude 3, space for attitude 4. I had 4 attitudes, right? Then we have our right, subjective norms, SN1, SN2, I had 4, SN3, and SN4. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to add a few more in here. Actually, I'll do it now just so you, right, I had 3 more in. I was pretty good at my guessing, right? Eventually I'm going to need, oops, I'm going to need PBC1, PBC2, and PBC3. So again, attitude 1, what is attitude 1? Go back to my survey, I'll show you again. That's belief evaluation times belief strength is attitude 1. Right, because remember they're paired. That's why I was reviewing all of your surveys and always talk about them being paired. And belief evaluation 2 is paired with belief strength 2. So that's going to be attitude 2 because these are all my attitudes. Right? Here, let me go ahead and I don't think I ever labeled these rather. I think at a glance I knew what they were, so I'm going to put in there. These are attitudes. Look at that. See? Ta-da! All right. So this is going to be, so this times this, right? BE1 times BS1 is attitude 1. So go over to my data. How do I do that there? All right. So equal sign, right? That tells Excel I'm about to do some math. I'm not using my arrow keys. I'm going to scroll because, see, if I use my arrow keys, well, you can do it, I guess. It's just that it starts confusing this, or you can confuse yourself. So I'm going to back out of that, start over again. Equal sign. For attitude 1, I'm going all the way over. The score for BE1, right? I just clicked on it. See, I clicked on it. If I didn't hit enter, I just use the cursor to click on it. I'm going to scroll back over. It shows I selected D2. Hit star, asterisk, whatever you want to say. That's telling it's going to multiply. That asterisk means it's going to multiply whatever it found in D2 by whatever I tell it to multiply by. And that was BE1, so we scroll over, and I'm going to select BS1, right? And I'm going to hit enter. And you see what happened if I scroll back over here for attitude 1, and if you look at the formula, it says it's multiplying whatever number is in D2 times whatever is in K2. So what's in D, and that came out to be 18. So what's in D2 and K2? Well, in D2 is BE1. In K, right, K2 is BS1. One of those was a 6. The other was a 3. 6 times 3 is 18, and it said 18. Right? So I'm going to copy that. Right-click, copy, and I scroll and I paste. It just did the math for all of those all at once, without even any real effort on my part. It did it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Oops. I'm going to show you how to do that one more time for another attitude, and then I'm going to continue to do this for all the others without you watching. But I'm going to do it one more time so you can see it. If you need to, just back up the video and watch this part again. So attitude 2, equal sign. I have to go over to BE2. So I clicked on it. Then I'm going to put an asterisk. You can see right there, there's the asterisk. BE2, here's BS2, enter, and over there, over attitude 2, it came out as a 0. Should it have come out as a 0? Let's double check it. Yeah, 0 times 6 is going to always be a 0. I'm going to do it one more time for you to watch. Attitude 3, equal sign. I'm going to scroll on over. BE3, I clicked on it, putting the star in. Up here it shows H2, that's what this is, H2 star, so times. Then where's BS3? There it is. Enter. It did that math, and I can just, take that, Control C, right? Control V, right? Then I'm going to do Control C and Control V. There are faster ways of doing what I'm doing. I can copy multiple and paste multiple at a time. I can do that, but I don't want to sort of get too advanced here. And that's it. I'm going to keep doing it. If you would like to do this math by hand and insert in the cells, please do so. I'm going to complete it using Excel. And that is how you do the basic multiplication using Excel.